You're trying to say I love you. Your dog just heard I am a threat. Every video in this series, we teach you how to read your dog. Today we flip the entire thing, because here's the uncomfortable truth that most dog owners never consider. Your dog is reading you. Constantly, fluently, without a single word. And the scarier part? Most of what you're accidentally saying is wrong. Let me show you the most common misread moment we see every single day. A person walks into a room where their dog is lying down. The dog looks stressed, maybe they had a rough morning. The person wants to comfort them, so they walk directly toward the dog, lean over them, reach a hand down toward the top of their head, make direct eye contact, and say in a high-pitched voice, "Oh, what's the matter, baby?" Every single thing. They just did? In dog body language, that is a threat display. Direct approach, looming posture, overhead reach, stare. The dog doesn't bite because most dogs are incredibly forgiving. But internally, that dog is not feeling comforted. That dog is feeling pressure. And for a dog who is already at their threshold, that sequence of signals is exactly how bites happen. Today we're not just learning what your dog says. We're learning what you say, whether you mean to or not. Dogs evolved reading living bodies for approximately 15,000 years. Before verbal language, before hand signals, before training collars. What they read were physical cues, the postural shifts, the gaze directions, the approach angles, the breathing rhythms of other animals. Because in nature, a body tells the truth. A body cannot lie. Here's the science behind this. Dogs process two distinct communication channels from humans simultaneously. Channel 1, referential signals, things we intentionally do, pointing, gesturing, calling. Dogs are uniquely, extraordinarily good at reading these. Studies from the Max Planck Institute found that dogs outperform even our closest primate relatives at following a human's pointed finger. They evolved specifically for this. Channel 2. Emotional body state signals. Things we do without thinking. Our posture when we're anxious. The way we freeze when we're startled. The way our breathing shortens when we're frustrated. Dogs read these signals not because they learned to, but because they never stopped. And here is the critical tension. Channel 1 is what we think we're communicating. Channel 2 is what our dogs are actually receiving. When those two channels contradict each other, your dog trusts Channel 2. Every single time. Let's go through the 8 most powerful signals your body is broadcasting right now and what your dog actually hears. Signal 1. Your gaze. Direct, sustained eye contact to a dog is a challenge. It's what dogs do to each other before a fight escalates. When you stare at your dog, they look away. They yawn. They lick their lips. You probably read that as boredom or disrespect. It's actually de-escalation. They're trying to tell you to calm down. But here's where context changes everything. Soft gaze, soft eyes, relaxed brow, blinking, slowly reads completely differently. That's affiliation. That's warmth. Slow blinking back at your dog is actually one of the most powerful calming signals you can offer them. Same eyes, completely different message. Signal 2. Your approach angle. Straight line, direct approach equals assertive or threatening in canine language. No dog greets another dog head-on. They curve. They approach at an arc. When you walk directly toward a nervous dog, your body is saying, "I am coming at you with intent." Even if your face is smiling, even if your voice is gentle, the body overrides all of it. Approaching at a 4-5 degree angle, or turning your body slightly sideways as you near them, communicates neutrality. Watch how confident, calm dogs greet each other. There is almost always a curve. That curve is a sentence. It says, "I mean no harm." Signal 3. Your height and posture. Looming over a dog standing tall, leaning forward, activates a deep, hardwired response. It reads as dominance pressure. This is why so many dogs shut down during training when a frustrated owner stands over them. It's not stubbornness. Their nervous system is reading a threat signal, and they're going into appeasement or shutdown. They're not being difficult, they're being scared. Crouching sideways, not directly face-on, but at an angle, is one of the most inviting postures you can offer. It drops your height, it turns your body axis, it removes pressure entirely. Watch dogs run toward this posture instinctively. Your size becomes an invitation instead of a warning. Signal 4. Your reach direction. Reaching over the top of a dog's head is one of the most universally uncomfortable gestures for dogs, and somehow remains the most universally common thing humans do when they meet a dog for the first time. An overhead reach is, anatomically, a predator reach. It activates a flinch response in many dogs that has been conditioned out of them through extensive positive exposure. But it is still there. Underneath. The dog who tolerates it is tolerating it. That's not the same as enjoying it. Reach under the chin instead. From below. Or with your own dog who loves being touched, pet the chest, the shoulder, the side. Pay close attention to where they lean into your hand versus where they subtly shift away. That lean is a yes. That shift is a no. And both deserve to be heard. Signal 5. Your movement speed. Fast, jerky, sudden movements, even joyful ones, activate the dog's orienting response. The nervous system flags it as unpredictable, and unpredictable things are potentially dangerous. This is not a choice the dog is making. It is a reflex that kept their ancestors alive. This is why children get bitten at rates far higher than adults. It is rarely about children being cruel. It is about children moving fast, erratically, at face level, in a way that reads as chaos to a nervous system that evolved to be vigilant. Slow, deliberate, fluid movement communicates calm. If your dog startles when you move suddenly, practice deliberate, slow movement when you first enter a space. Watch their body visibly decompress. That is not a coincidence. That is communication landing. Signal 6. Your breathing and tension. Dogs smell your cortisol. This is not metaphor, this is chemistry. A 2019 study from Queen's University Belfast confirmed that dogs can detect stress in human breath and sweat with approximately 93% accuracy. But beyond smell, they read your muscle tension, the tightening of your jaw, the held breath, the rigid leash grip. On a leash especially, this transfers directly through your arm, through the lead, into their collar. A tense handler produces a tense dog, and many owners never make that connection. They think their dog is reactive on leash. Their dog is responsive to them. Practice exhaling before entering a situation you know your dog finds challenging. It seems absurdly simple. The research says it works. Signal 7. Your voice rhythm, not just pitch. Yes, dogs respond to pitch. High pitch signals arousal and excitement. Low pitch communicates authority or warning. Everyone knows this. What people miss is rhythm. Short, clipped, repetitive sounds. No, 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 read as high urgency alarm barking in the canine communication register. You are not calming your dog down. You are matching their arousal and amplifying it. You become part of the alarm. Long, slow, falling intonation like a deep exhale shaped into sound is physiologically calming for dogs. Think of the difference between easy, good, versus no, no, stop, stop, stop. The words are almost irrelevant. The acoustic envelope is everything. Signal 8. Your emotional congruence. This is the most sophisticated one, and the most important. Dogs read whether your body and your energy are telling the same story. You can put on a calm voice. You cannot fake a calm body to a dog who knows you. Your dog learned your baseline. They know your normal rhythm when you pet them. They know your normal breathing on a walk. The moment something in you changes, even if you are trying to appear calm, they feel the delta. They feel the gap between what you're performing and what you actually are. The goal isn't perfect calm. It's authenticity. Dogs are far more comfortable with a genuinely frustrated person who is honest about it than with a person radiating concealed stress while performing serenity. Your dog doesn't need you to be unfeeling. They need to be able to read you accurately. Because accurate reading equals safety, and safety equals trust. Now the signals you must understand to stay safe, and to keep others safe around your dog. This is what we call the full threat stack. It's what happens when a human unknowingly combines multiple pressure signals at once. Direct approach, direct eye contact, forward-leaning posture, overhead reach, fast movement. You probably just pictured a perfectly normal human greeting. That is exactly the problem. For a dog who is already resource guarding, already in pain, already at fear threshold, or who had minimal socialization, this stack of signals in combination crosses the bite threshold. Not because the dog is broken, because every single signal in that sequence, through the lens of canine evolution, reads as aggression. What to watch for in your own dog as you approach. If your dog yawns when you reach for them, that is a warning in plain sight. If they look away sharply, they are saying, "Please don't." If their body goes still, not relaxed still, but rigid still, you need to stop moving immediately. If you see the whites of their eyes appear, stress is high. If they lick their lips rapidly while looking at you, they are at threshold. None of these are dramatic signals. That's exactly why they get missed. The bite that looks like it came out of nowhere almost never did. The dog was speaking, in a quiet voice, for a long time, and no one was listening. Let's breathe for a moment. Because here is what this whole episode is actually about. Your dog loves you in a language your body already speaks. You just haven't been taught how to use it intentionally. When you exhale slowly in their presence, they feel it. Their own breathing synchronizes. There is research on this. You become a regulating force in their nervous system, simply by being calm in yours. When you sit on the floor and turn slightly sideways, you become approachable. You become safe, not because of anything you said, because of the shape your body made. When you look at your dog with soft eyes and then look away, you just said, "I am comfortable with you. I am not a threat. I trust you." In the most ancient language there is. When you match their pace on a walk instead of pulling them forward, you said this moment, "With you," is enough. When you are genuinely happy and your body shows it, your dog reads authentic joy, and it is contagious to them, in a way that no treat can fully replicate, because it is real, and they know the difference. Your dog is not waiting for you to be a perfect communicator. They have spent 15,000 years learning to love imperfect humans. They just want to be able to read you. And when you become readable, the trust that grows from that is profound. Here's a real-time guide to what your dog is actually processing when they look at you in the order they process it. Step 1. Movement vector. Before your face registers, before your voice lands, your dog clocks the direction and speed of your movement. Are you coming toward them? Crossing the room? The arc of your approach is the first sentence. Step 2. Postural assessment. Are you tall, leaning, crouching? Their nervous system maps your height relative to theirs. This is instantaneous and mostly unconscious in both of you. Step 3. Facial and eye reading. Dogs are remarkably attuned to human faces. Specifically, they focus on the left side of your face, which is controlled by the right brain hemisphere and displays emotional states more accurately. They look left, they're left, you're right, when reading your emotional expression. This is called left gaze bias. It was first documented in 2008, and dogs are the only non-human animal known to do this specifically with human faces. They evolved to read our emotions, literally. Step 4. Olfactory overlay. Over everything, visual smell. Cortisol, adrenaline, oxytocin, fear, excitement. They smell the emotional subtext beneath whatever your body is performing. The chemistry doesn't lie. Step 5. Pattern matching against your baseline. All of this gets filtered through their stored model of you, who you normally are, what your normal looks like. So, a small deviation from your baseline can be more salient to your dog than a large signal from a stranger. They are not reading humans generally. They are reading you specifically. They are not casually watching you. They are running constant, sophisticated behavioral analysis, and they are extraordinarily good at it. Here is your take-home guide. Screenshot this frame. Save this video to come back to it. When you make direct, sustained eye contact, your dog hears challenge or threat. When you offer a slow blink with soft eyes, your dog hears calm and connection. When you walk straight toward them, your dog hears assertive approach. When you approach at a curve, body angled, your dog hears neutral and safe. When you lean over them, your dog hears dominance pressure. When you crouch sideways, your dog hears invitation with no threat. When you reach over their head, your dog hears predator reach. When you reach under their chin, your dog hears respectful greeting. When you move fast and jerkily, your dog hears unpredictable and alarming. When you move slowly and deliberately, your dog hears calm and predictable. When you speak in short, clipped, repeated sounds, your dog hears high urgency alarm. When you use long, slow, falling tones, your dog hears physiological safety. When you hold your breath and tighten your body, your dog hears something is wrong. When you exhale deeply and relax, your dog hears we are safe right now. When your body and your energy tell the same story, your dog hears readable and trustworthy. When you perform calm over real stress, your dog hears confusing and unsettling. The golden rule of reverse communication. Your dog doesn't need you to be calm. They need to be able to read you accurately. Authenticity is the foundation of trust. If this video changed the way you think about the space between you and your dog, that means everything. Because the most powerful thing about understanding canine communication isn't what it tells you about your dog. It's what it tells you about the relationship. Every one of these signals is a two-way bridge. And now you know how to walk across it from both sides. Save this video. Not for now. For the moment you notice something off in your dog, and you can't quite name it. Come back here. Start with the reverse. Ask yourself, what am I saying right now with my body? And I want to know, comment below, what is the one signal your dog gives that you realize now you've been misreading? I read every single comment, and your answer might be what shapes the next video in this series.